everyone, I'm Melissa here and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moments. You guys, this video is just going to be a talking video. So if you're looking for a haul, if you're looking to see things, sorry, it's not going to be this video. So feel free to scroll on if this isn't up your alley. I want to talk about some stuff. Where do I start? Everything's good. Let's start there. Everything's good. Now, I have, in the last 7 years, I have really gone through a lot of identity changes. A lot. And that can be really difficult. So what I mean by that is, my husband and I, we got married, everything was great. And then we got pregnant. So I went from being a full-time business owner to a stay-at-home mom, basically, which I absolutely loved. Don't get me wrong, loved it. But it's a big change, and it changes your identity. It really does. It used to be when I would meet people, they'd say, what do you do? Right? And, oh, I own a business, and I would tell them all about my business and what I did, and I felt proud, and I felt accomplished, and I felt successful. Now people say, what do you do? I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't know why I feel different when I say that. Because I'm proud to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm proud that my husband has a job that allows me to be a stay-at-home mom. There's a lot of people out there, I would say the majority of people, they don't have the luxury of being a stay-at-home mom just because their partner doesn't have the income to support them to stay at home. I'm lucky that my partner can do that for us, for me, for our daughter, to allow me to stay home. But for whatever reason, when people ask me, I always, shame isn't the right word, but I always feel like when people find out you're a stay-at-home mom, they have their own ideas of what that means, and they're like, oh, you don't work, and you get that stigma of you don't work, you're lazy, you're, the whole thing, and that's not the case at all. So I went through a big identity change, and trying to navigate through that is really tough, especially when you're a brand new mom, and you're also trying to navigate through being a mom and having a baby, and what do you do with it? There was a lot going on. I want to talk about social circles. That's basically what this video is about, social circles. Now, going way back, and I'm going to try not to get emotional, but for whatever reason, I feel emotional already. I don't know why, but that's fine. This is real life, guys. So, sometimes we talk about the hard stuff, and for me, this is a hard thing. So, thank you for your patience and listening to my story. Growing up as a child, I didn't have a lot of friends. My mother was very overprotective. Like, very overprotective. I wasn't allowed to do anything. She was always scared that I was going to get hurt, that I don't know. I was an only child. Maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not sure. But I wasn't allowed to do much. When I was allowed to do things, like join a activity or, something like that, swimming or gymnastics or whatever, when my mom did let me do something like that, and I did try it, I was not confident. I was not a confident child. I was always taught that, be careful, don't do that, you're going to get hurt, all these negative things over and over and over again, to the point where I believed it. So I was scared to do or try anything because I didn't think I could do it. And I mean, that's, for whatever reason, that's the way my mother chose to raise me. I don't know. She obviously had some insecurities of her own. I'm not sure if it's had to do with I was an only child. I don't know her reasoning behind it, but it did not serve me well as a child. When I was able to do activities, I was a large child. I had a weight problem from like the time I was a baby. I had a weight problem. Both my parents, by the time I was in elementary school, both my parents had a weight problem. Obviously, you know, I was a child of the 80s, right? Nutrition wasn't a huge thing in the 80s like it is today. So I had a weight problem. Biggest kid in the school, you know, like not just my class, but the school. Always picked on. Always picked on. Always. So every time I tried to do like, gymnastics or swimming, kids would pick on me. I would feel horrible. I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't want to wear a bathing suit. I wouldn't want to wear a gymnastic leotard. I wouldn't want to be seen. None of it. So I stopped doing any kind of extracurricular activity. So I didn't meet a lot of people because I wasn't doing anything. And it didn't help my weight by not being an active child. But what was I going to do, right? On one hand, I have this, you can't do it, you're going to get hurt. And on the other hand, I have being picked on. It was a negative experience through and through with anything like that. So I didn't have a lot of friends. My whole life, I've never had a lot of friends. I've had like one really good friend for a portion of my life. And then something would happen and I wouldn't be their friend anymore, but then I'd have one more really good friend, right? So as a child, I had one really good friend from kindergarten to grade 2. Then a new kid came and my good friend became her good friend and there wasn't room for me. So there was that. From grade 2 to about grade 6, I didn't have any friends. Grade 6, I became really good friends with another girl. And we actually stayed great friends, like spent every day together, talked nonstop, like best friend, ride or die friends from grade 6 all the way up until the year 2003. Wow. Right? So that's like 1988. No. 85, 86, 7, 8, 9, 91. 1991 to 2003, I had the same best friends. We did everything together. 2003 is when my first marriage ended, and our friendship started dwindling at that point. We didn't see each other that often. We didn't talk that often. She was going through her own relationship stuff. I don't like how our relationship ended, and I still try to figure out what really happened. I've tried to ask her about it. I've tried to reach out. The only thing she really says is, you know, that I treated her really badly, is what she says. I can remember a few instances where maybe I made the wrong choice and maybe I picked someone else over her a few times. But we were also teenagers and I had a boyfriend at that point. And yeah, I was spending a lot of time with my boyfriend. That's what teenagers do. She was really bothered by that. She also had some jealousy issues. You know, I was married twice before she was even married once. I know that really bothered her because she's always, since we were kids, wanted to get married and have kids of her own. And it just wasn't happening for her. And then eventually we just stopped talking. I've reached out a couple times since. I reached out, especially when I got pregnant with my daughter, because that was something I really wanted to share with her. And I wanted her to know, like, hey, I'm pregnant. And I sent her a letter, you know, explaining everything and saying, look, I really want a relationship with you. If you don't, I'll understand. And the ball's in your court. If I don't hear from you, I won't reach out. And I never heard from her. So I never reached out. yeah, that was really sad. Anyway, I did reach out here a few years ago. I found out her mother had passed away. So I did reach out. Um, I think I sent her a sympathy card. I can't remember if I sent her a sympathy card or if I just sent her a Facebook message. I'm not sure. And at that time, I did send her a Facebook friend request. That friend request is still sitting there unanswered. She has had a few messages back and forth with me, but they've been very, I mean, they've been cordial, but they've been very just to the point, and that was it. And again, I offered, hey, if you ever want to meet for coffee, I'd be more than willing to, and nothing. So unfortunately, that friendship ended, and that's sad for me because that was a really good friendship. Then I met through working, I met an amazing woman, loved her so much. We became best friends. We worked together. We were best friends. I can't remember. I would say it was probably around that time that my other friend kind of came out of the picture. So 2003 to about 8 or 9 years ago. We were great friends. Like, we'd go for lunch. We're the kind of people, we'd go for lunch and we'd sit there and have our lunch and we'd be there for 3 hours. And it would feel like it was 10 minutes. You know, that kind of great friend. And we just chat about everything and anything. And it was great. And she was older than me by, oh, I don't know, quite a bit, I think. Maybe 15 years or so, maybe 20 years. She was older than me. But we were just best friends. Unfortunately, she passed away from cancer. So that was really tough. Sorry, guys, I just need a minute. I should have brought Kleenex. Oh, that was tough. Because again, best friend, right? Then, I started my own business, and that was going great. That was going great. I hired, at that time, I hired an employee, just an employee, you know, someone to work for me. And we worked together really well. We had the same kind of work ethic. We had the same kind of, you know, kind of goals and morals and that kind of stuff. We got along really well. It was just the two of us in the store. I didn't hire anybody else. It was just the two of us. It wasn't very long before we became friends. Really great friends. Still friends to this day, I'd like to say. She's the mother to my daughter, the godmother to my daughter. And we became really great friends, and I'm happy to say that we still are. So as of today, she's really the only friends I have that I talk to. We probably, like, Facebook message every day, I think. I don't think we ever go a day without talking to each other, really. So that's great. Now, through her, I met another friend who, again, we became really great friends too, but then she ended up moving away to Vancouver. We still talk, not that often. I mean, I try to talk once a month at least, but I'll be honest, sometimes it's 2 or 3 months that go by before we chat. So that's kind of tough. I did go out to Vancouver once to visit her. She hasn't been back home since she moved, though. And that was, oh my God, has she been gone like 6 years, I think? 5, 6 years? I don't know. Um, but that's pretty much my social life. I don't really have one. Um, I've been wanting, now that my daughter is older, she's in school, I've thought about getting back into the workforce. I did for a while. I started another business, but that business ended this year due to some uh, issues with the government. Nothing horrible. Don't worry. I'm not like evading taxes or anything. They just wanted me to change the way I do my business, and that would mean not being able to offer exceptional service to all my clients. And that's just something that I refuse to do, is to give mediocre service. So I closed up my business. I thought about going back to working for someone instead of having my own business, working for somebody. But unfortunately, the way the school system is set up, I mean, my daughter is out of school a lot. She always has days off. You know, there's always breaks, Easter, Christmas, February, days she gets sick, that kind of thing. It would just be too hard for me to go and get a part-time job or a full-time job, knowing that there's days I need to be available for her. So that's not going to work. So I'm like, okay, if I can't go get a job and meet people, how else am I going to meet people? I've thought about, you know, starting a hobby or taking classes, that kind of thing. And for the most part, I have. Like, I started strength training, and I have met some awesome people in my strength training class. I enjoy going, you know, we all get along. We kind of joke around here and there. With that said, we've also never gotten together outside of the gym or anything like that. So I wouldn't necessarily say that they're friends, but, you know, they're acquaintance friends, I guess. But I'm looking for friends that just come over, or I go over there, or we go shopping or to a movie or to lunch, or, hey, I need help with this, and boom, they're here. Now, don't get me wrong, I have that one friend, which is great, but I'd like more. You know what I mean? I can't expect that one friend to be available all the time. I need someone. So it'd be nice to have some other friends. So I've been trying to find something to do. Now, I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I was on Facebook. I don't even remember how I came across this. I don't know. I don't know how I came across it. There is a group of women in Saskatoon that get together and do things. Simple as that. It is called the Curvy Club Saskatchewan, I believe. And I was intrigued. Now, they are a very much body positivity, women empowering women group. I was looking into some events. Like they try to do, I think, event like every month they try to do something. It can be anything from like a paint night, a shopping night, pole dancing, burlesque classes. You know, those are just some of the ones that I know of they've done recently. I think they did like a yoga class or like an exercise class or things like that. And, you know, there's like usually a nominal fee to go to these events or whatever, just helps cover the cost of the class or whatever. And basically you go and you just meet other women. So I was really interested, and I actually wanted to do the pole dancing, but it was, I think, once a week for like 6 weeks. And just the schedule didn't line up with when my husband was away, and I didn't have anyone to take care of my daughter. So I was like, no, it's not going to work for me. So I've still been trying to be like, okay, I got to find a time they're getting together and go and meet some people, because, hey, there could be a best friend in there for me, right? So I've kind of just been paying attention to, you know, they've got a Facebook group. They just opened up a second chapter in Regina, Saskatchewan, so they have it there as well. Now, I was a little concerned because most of the pictures they post, because they post pictures of like get-togethers and things like that, most of the pictures and stuff A lot of the women in the pictures are larger women, which I think is great, but I was worried that I wouldn't fit in. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still a big girl. I'm still a big girl. I'm on a weight loss journey. I've come a long way, but I got a long way to go still. But I wasn't sure if I would fit into their group because I thought their group was just for like very, BBW. Is kind of what I was thinking. I was also concerned with my age. Again, from the photos, they all look much younger than me. They're all gorgeous women, which also was very intimidating because they're beautiful and young. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm really going to fit in. So I kind of went on the group and posted a post saying, hey, new to the group, I haven't come to an event yet, but would like to. I'm just worried that I might not fit in size-wise and age-wise. Like, do you have any size or age restrictions to be part of your group? Because I also didn't want to show up and have them be like, wow, what is that old chick doing here? You know what I mean? I'm really nervous about that. But I gotta say, you guys, the feedback I got, not only from the founder of the group, but from other people in the group, was so welcoming. I'm gonna get emotional again. Oh my God, it's like an emotional day. They were also welcoming. They were like, no, this group is for anyone. Doesn't matter your size, your race, your age, ethnicity. Like, it doesn't matter. It's for anybody. It's a very inclusive group. And everyone was like, definitely come to an event. We'd love to meet you. Come out. Very encouraging, very positive, very welcoming. And it just made me feel really good. With that said, I have not been to an event yet. I would like to, but we're right in our busy season for my husband working, so it's going to be really tough right now. But I'm hoping in the new year, I'm hoping I can make it to an event and meet some of these women and hopefully find some really incredible people that want to be my friends because I need more friends. I think having a social circle, I think having friends that you can count on is really important. Just emotionally, mentally, I think everyone needs that. And I think I'm definitely lacking that in my life. Definitely. So I'm excited for this group. Now that you know where I am socially, which is nowhere, and that I have reached out to this group, which seems really encouraging and promising, I want to share with you something I did. I'm terrified. Excited and terrified. You guys, I don't know how long this group has been a group. I don't think that long. Like, I don't know. A couple years maybe? I don't know. I'm guessing. Maybe it was a lot longer than that. I don't know. And like I said, they always post events like, every month they try to get together and do whatever. The founder of the group, was it last week? Maybe the week before. She posted in the group saying, huge announcement coming, you guys. We have a huge event announcement coming. And there was a picture of a sandy beach. I think we all knew what was coming. I was so excited. I've never met these women. I've never gone to an event. But I got excited. So they were kind of giving hints throughout the whole week. You guys, they have an event for a Mexican trip. 7 days in Mexico with this group of women. I talked to my husband about it because I was excited, I'm like, could you imagine going to Mexico for 7 days with a bunch of gorgeous, body positive, encouraging group of women? I was so excited. But on the other hand, I was realistic and I'm like, can we afford for me to go to Mexico? I felt selfish because why should I be able to go to Mexico while my husband can't come? It's at the beginning of my husband's busy Christmas season, and I know he's a workaholic, and he wasn't able to find time for me to go to an event here in the city we live in once a week for 6 weeks. How in the hell is he going to be able to let me go to Mexico for 7 straight days? I had a lot of anxiety and concerns around this. I talked to him about it. Now, my husband, he's great, but he doesn't usually plan. He doesn't pay attention to details. He's kind of one of those guys that just makes a decision and we'll figure it out later. Whereas I'm like, no, we need to make sure everything is covered before this decision is made. And we've thought out every single thing that could go wrong or could go right. And my husband's just not that way. So I had mentioned to him, hey, I think they're going to announce a trip. At this point, I didn't really, know all the details. And right away, he's like, you should go. And I said, no, I don't think you understand. It's in Mexico. He's like, yeah. I'm like, it's 7 days. He's like, yeah. I'm like, it's right at the beginning of your busy season. He's like, all right, I'll take time off. I'm like, no, I mean, you're saying that today, but when the time comes, I know my husband, and he's going to be like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, you're gone here. And it's just, I know it's going to be an issue. So whatever, it's fine. So I was on the fence. Also the cost. I'm like, I don't know. Can we afford it? Because we just did a whole bunch of house renovations. A lot. So I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, the time came. They announced this trip. 7 days, Mexico, all-inclusive resort, flying from Saskatoon, blah, blah, blah. Price was reasonable. It's about, I think, $1,850 all-inclusive. 7 days. I'm like, that's reasonable. Now, I've never been to an event before, so I didn't know what to expect. So they said, tickets are going to be available this day, this time. All you need is a $200 deposit, non-refundable deposit. Okay? And then you can do a payment plan to pay off the rest before you go, kind of thing. So I'm like, okay, whatever, $200. That's $200. That's nothing, right? Even if something happens and I don't go, it's $200. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You guys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I was ready. They had, the whole thing. My computer's running out of storage space. So we might lose this. Let me take care of this storage issue, and then I'll come back and finish the story. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I have got storage. Yay! I also grabbed a drink. But this, I know it's Starbucks, but I made it at home because I'm trying to get into the habit of saving money. Anyway, speaking of not saving money, so this trip. Okay, so they were like, this is the day and time tickets are going to go on sale. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I think I'm going to do it. But I wasn't sold on it yet. Here's the thing. I was just concerned that there's going to be issues and it's going to cause tension and that whole thing. And I felt like I was being selfish and I was struggling with that. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. And I wasn't 100% sold. Like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Going back and forth in my head over this. You guys, the trip sold out in 30 minutes. 30 minutes. It sold out. Now, like I said, I've never been to an event with them before. They also didn't say how many tickets for this trip actually were available. I know based on their Facebook group, let me find it here, there's 766 members in the Facebook group. Now, I know that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like, these people could be from, I don't know, wherever, I don't know. But you got to think, okay, this message reached 766 people. I don't know how many tickets were available for this trip. I assume at least 40, I would think. I don't know how many people fit on an airplane. I don't know. Anyway, but they never really told us. So I was like, so by the time I finally decided whether I was going to do it or not, it was sold out. Now, when I got the message that, hey, trip sold out, I legitimately was upset that I missed my opportunity. And that kind of solidified it for me. And I was like, I should have did it. I should have did it. But I didn't. So basically what happened was they had like an event page you go to, you click buy tickets, you have to fill out like your name, birth date, blah, blah, blah. And you click buy or whatever, and they give you a confirmation. Now, once you've done that step, you have got, I think it was 24 hours to e-transfer your deposit, which was $199. That deposit guarantees you a spot, okay? So you have 24 hours to send the deposit. If you don't send your deposit, you lose your spot, okay? Now, they had also, after it sold out in 30 minutes, I also don't think they were expecting it to sell out in 30 minutes. Like, you got to remember, this is the first time they've done an event like this, like a huge, let's go traveling together event. So there's a lot more pressure on them, right? Because they don't know how many people actually are going to go for this. So they probably didn't want to go huge. So they probably started off small. So once it sold out in 30 minutes, they were like, hey, if you missed getting a ticket, we're going to see what we can do. We might be able to get more tickets. You know, like they obviously were going to talk to the travel agent and figure out if there were more tickets available or if they could do it, whatever. So they're like, if you missed your spot, you know, your chance, just keep an eye on the posts, right? We'll keep you updated as we go. So I knew they had all these people. I don't know, again, I don't know how many tickets there were, so I don't know how many people we're talking about. But I did know they had 24 hours to get that deposit in. Otherwise, that was going to be available. Okay. So this trip is, I'm going to completely say this wrong, but I just want to let you know. So this is going with the founder of the group. Now, again, I'm not going to say their names right now because I'm just doing this video to tell you my experience. I haven't actually asked them if they mind me talking about them on my YouTube channel. So I kind of want to get permission before I give too much information. But I have told you the name of the group. So, I mean, you can go and research it if you want to. But I'm just letting you know, I don't feel comfortable giving their names right now. So it's the founder of the group. And also another girl who's also in the group. She's a photographer, okay? So it's the two of them who have joined together to put this event on. And this is in, I'm going to say these completely wrong because I don't speak Spanish, Rio Jalisco, in Riviera Nayarit, in Vallarta, Mexico. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. November 23rd, 2023, okay? I'm filming this on November 22nd, 2022. So we are like 1 year and a day away from this trip. So it's then until December 3rd, 2023. Okay, so the end of November, beginning of December, that's when this trip is. So excited. Anyway, so it just says, join us for sand, sun, and a whole lot of fun. Okay, save your spot. So basically, it is 7 days in Mexico, all inclusive. They have a bunch of events planned. The photographer that's going, every person who goes on this trip will also get a little mini kind of boudoir outdoor photo shoot done. You can wear whatever you want, bathing suit, dress. You can go naked if you want. Like, don't forget, this is women empowering women. This is a very powerful kind of vacation retreat kind of thing. So you get that included with it, right? They're going to have some events in Mexico planned for us. You also can, if you want, I'm sure you can go on excursions, right? Anyone who's ever been to a Mexican all-inclusive resort knows the type of different excursions and things. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, you guys, it sold out in 30 minutes. Now, I knew people had to pay this deposit and they had 24 hours, okay? So what they basically said was, we sold out in under 30 minutes. If you haven't received an email confirmation by this point, your checkout was not completed. So from what I heard, you basically went to this webpage, you click buy tickets, you had to fill out a bunch of stuff, and then you click a button, I don't know what it was called, buy now or whatever. A lot of people thought as soon as you click that, it was over. You were like, hey, buy now, and it was done. But that wasn't the case. When you clicked buy now, it actually put it in a shopping cart. Then you had to check out for it to actually be completed. So it sounds like there were people who put it in the shopping cart but didn't realize they had to do another step. So they thought they had a spot. They thought it was completed, but it wasn't. How disappointing. I didn't even get that far because I was too busy trying to decide if I wanted to go or not. I did not think a trip like this would sell out in less than 30 minutes. So I feel bad for those people. So anyway, it says here, we're looking at opening up additional spots. However, we aren't sure yet. Stay tuned for more details. So I'm like, okay, there's a chance I might still be able to go. And at this point, I knew I wanted to go. So at least now my decision is made, right? So then 4 days ago, they posted, just a heads up, for those that RSVP'd for the trip yesterday, deposits need to be in by 8 p.m. tonight or your tickets will be released. Okay? Then it says, if you missed out, keep watch at 8 p.m. for an update. Okay. I'd like to think I'm a pretty intelligent person. They just said, your deposit needs to be in by 8 p.m. or your tickets are released. Followed up with, if you missed out, there's going to be an announcement at 8 p.m. Coincidence that that happens just to be when the tickets will be released if they didn't pay a deposit? I don't think so. I knew the announcement was going to be, hey, people didn't pay the deposit, tickets are available, go book now. I knew that's what was going to happen. So I was on my phone watching the clock tick by at like 7:58, waiting for this announcement, okay? 8 o'clock came, my phone, the timer switched to 8 p.m. I immediately clicked on the event page for the Mexican trip. I clicked buy tickets now. Now I had, before this, tried clicking buy tickets now, and a little message came up saying, sorry, we're sold out. Okay? At 8 p.m., I clicked buy tickets now. I did not get that message that we're sold out. It took me to the booking page. I wish I was filming it. I must have looked like an idiot. Because when I clicked that button and it took me to the booking page, I was like, oh my gosh, right? And then immediately panic sets in because I'm like, if I'm getting in to buy tickets, other people are getting in to buy tickets. I have no idea how many tickets are available. I have no idea. So I'm like laser focused, like filling out the information, not making a mistake, trying to be as quick as I can without, making a mistake because I don't want an issue. Now, I had also known, because of other people complaining that they didn't realize they had to check out after they bought tickets, I knew that step was there. So I made sure I was thorough. So I was like, okay. So I was filling out all the information like, oh my God, I'm doing this. Oh my God, I'm actually going to go. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh my God, I'm crazy. Like, get to put it in the cart. Okay, check out of the cart, blah, blah, blah. Now, don't forget, everything is $0 on here because you have to e-transfer, or you could pay credit card as well, but you had to e-transfer or pay credit card within 24 hours of booking this, okay? So I clicked checkout, the whole thing, immediately got a confirmation email. Immediately. I was thrilled. I am thrilled. I could not believe it. So you guys, this happened so fast, okay? It happened so fast. 8 p.m., okay? 8 p.m., I immediately went and did this, okay? As soon as I was done doing this, it took me about 3 minutes. I started at 8. When I clicked that buy now, at 8:03, I had my confirmation email. At that point, I went back to their Facebook page to see what they posted, right? This is what they posted. This post went up at 8 p.m. It went up, like right when I clicked the buy now, this went up. It said any unpaid deposit spots were automatically updated to the website. Okay? Automatically. There was one message. So one response, sorry, one comment. So 8 o'clock, click the buy now tickets. 8:03, got my confirmation email. 8:03, red tickets were automatically, anyone that was unpaid automatically put on the event page. Read the comments. At 8:03, the comment from the founder of the group, all in caps, sold out. You guys. Did I get the only ticket? Did I get the only ticket? 3 minutes. Tickets that were available were put on the website. 3 minutes later, they're sold out. I'm wondering, was there only one ticket available? Did I get it? Or was everyone else as stealthy as me, and as soon as 8 p.m. rolled out, they immediately went and booked the ticket? I don't know. All I know is I'm going to Mexico with a group of gorgeous young women that I have never met. Am I crazy? I'm so excited and so terrified all at the same time. What if I don't get along with these women? What if I'm the oldest one there? What if I have nothing in common with them? What if all this bad stuff happens? But I'll be in Mexico. I'll be by myself, but I'll be in Mexico. I've been to Mexico before. I know a little bit of Spanish, probably enough to get by. I'll be in Mexico. Even if I lay out for 7 days at the pool with a book and a pina colada or 2, I'm in Mexico. I'm so excited, you guys. I know I'm crazy. This is crazy. This is right. This, like, who would you do this? Who would do this? So I'm so excited. But yeah, like in 3 minutes it sold out. Now, another thing that I found interesting is I expected there to be other comments from other group members Because the first time it sold out in less than 30 minutes, there were tons of comments like, oh, I missed it. Oh, darn, I really wanted to go. Oh, it's already sold out. I was one of those comments too, but I managed to get a ticket second time around. So I was expecting there to be comments. Same thing, like, oh, I missed it again, or oh, I can't believe it. There were no comments besides the founder saying sold out. There were none. So I don't know. I have no idea. Then after all of this is done, I have to send my deposit. Now I have 24 hours to send my $199. There was a small part of me, a small part where I'm like, what if this is a scam? I don't know these people. I've never met them. I've never gone to an event. What if this is just a big scam and they're taking $200 from me? Because I don't know. It's like e-transfer to this email. It could be a scam, right? But again, I'm like, you know what? It's $200. It's not the end of the world. If it was $2,000, it'd be different, but it's $200, whatever. It's fine. I don't think it's a scam, you guys. I immediately got like correspondence back saying, we got your deposit. We just need you to fill out this booking sheet, blah, 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 blah. It all seems pretty legitimate. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Another thing I'm excited about is it's a year away, literally, like a year and a day away. So I have a year and a day to feel better about myself. I'm on a weight loss journey. I'm on this whole thing. I still have a long way to go. I would like to be my goal weight by the time I go to Mexico. That's what I want, because I'm going to need a new bathing suit. I'd like to buy a bikini. I'd like to do the whole thing. So I have a goal now of my goal weight by the time I go to Mexico. Also, if you watch one of my last videos, where is it? I went to Value Village and I found this gorgeous Calvin Klein dress. Gorgeous. I would like to wear this in Mexico. This will be my nighttime dress. If there's a night when we're all going out to the disco, this is my nighttime dress. So this is my goal. I need to fit in this within a year. I think I can. It's a size 10. I'm probably currently wearing a size 16. 3 dress sizes. That's about 30 pounds. I think I can do it. So that's my goal. You guys, I'm so excited. So I have a lot of goals now. I got to get to my goal weights. I need to buy a bikini. I need to go to an event or two. See, I'm almost scared now because I'm like, I need to go to an event or two before this trip so I can meet these women. But I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. Like, what if I go to an event and I either don't get along with them or I'm not included or there's an issue? That's almost worse, because then you are like, oh, this is going to be a problem because now I'm going to Mexico with these people, right? It's almost better if I don't meet them ahead of the trip. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, you guys. I don't know. Here's the other thing. Currently, right now, I'm sober. Okay? I'm sober. I've been sober since April. I've been sober for 7 months. I'm sober because of my surgery. I'm supposed to stay sober for at least a year. Good news, by the time this trip rolls around, it'll be about a year and a half. I'll be able to drink again because it's all inclusive in Mexico. You guys know I'm going to be drinking in Mexico. I'm also not supposed to drink and eat at the same time. So there's going to have to be some hard decisions when I'm in Mexico. Am I drinking or am I eating? I guarantee you I'll be drinking. So I'm excited about that. I have a lot of excitement coming my way. I'm excited. I'm excited for the possibility of meeting some lifelong friends, some ride or die friends. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to go to Mexico. I love Mexico. I love the heat. I love it. I'm excited about all that. I am struggling a little bit with being selfish. A little bit. But I'm sure by then I'll be at peace with it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so that is my little bit of information I want to share with you. I know this is a long video and it's just talking, which is probably really boring for you guys, but for those of you that made it through this video, thank you. I really appreciate it. Let me know, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Am I nuts? Do you think I'm crazy? I don't know. I don't know. Are one of you people watching this, are you part of this club? Are you going with me to Mexico? Are we best friends that just haven't met yet? Let me know. I'm excited. So yeah, there will be updates. I will keep you posted. If there's anything new, I will let you know. I'm not sure, like I said, I don't know how many tickets there are. I don't know if it's like 10 of us going or if it's 50 of us going. I don't know. They say that there's going to be more information to come. I mean, we have a year. So there's obviously between now and then, there'll be more information. There'll probably be some meetings, some Zoom sessions. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, you guys. I'm excited. That's all I know. Right now, I'm excited. So thank you guys for watching this video. We will see you next time. Bye.